What's up, my beautiful loves? I hope that you are well at this time. I hope that you are feeling blessed and loved, shifted and lifted during this point in existence. That's what we'll call it. During this point in existence. I'm just coming today. I don't have any cards or anything. Just kind of channeling some intuitive messages, some things that I've been seeing as far as the collective is concerned and what has been shown to me. And I just wanted to come and, leave my piece today. Leave what God is telling me to leave with you guys. So, as always, I bless this video. I bless this setting. I bless every person that is listening in today. I invite in the highest, warmest, most beautiful, purest, high vibrational energies into this talk, into this video, into this moment. I'm grateful for all of the wisdom, all of the understanding, all of the courage, and all of the strength that is constantly provided to me by God, and all of the Most High powers that conspire for me to win. I'm grateful for that. I give honor and I invite those energies in at this time. If you are watching this video with ill intent, please leave. Please leave. Anything sent to me or my followers with ill intent, negative, dark energies, may be returned to sender 100-fold. So, here's the thing, guys. There's so many different things that I could point to as to why we all have this why we all have this weird relationship with the thought of self-love and self-evolution, self-value, self-worth, right? So many different things that we could point to, even down to the individual stories, your person, yo this, yo that did this to you, that did that to you, this happened for you. However, right, the point being, at some point for us all, the thought of introspection, going within, healing the self, healing your mind, shifting your mind, believing in something different than what you've always known. It felt like a chore to you, right? It felt like something that was hard to do. It felt like something that was to be avoided. When in all honesty, it's the key to understanding your life, understanding who you are, understanding who God is. For real, for real. Nothing that a church, a pastor, a book, any of that can teach you more than what the God within you can teach you. When God left us gifts on this earth, it was definitely through the form of you having God within you, which is the understanding of certain wisdom, certain, key factors that are relevant in this realm, in this lifetime, and that make your life make sense, essentially. Okay? I'm gonna just be straightforward in the things that I have to say, because y'all know me. I really don't know any other way else to say it. And then as clearly as it's coming through to me right now, it's the only way that I can really, portray it to you. I want to give it due justice. And God is literally saying, right, word for word, that certain relationships are going to be the death of you if you do not release them. And for some of you, certain cords, certain relationships, certain connections in particular, God has been trying to separate you from and sever you from, right? But for whatever reason, you're committing yourself to this cycle, right? Because it's not necessarily the person. Yeah, again, y'all know how I feel about this. This is a human suit. Yes, we have human emotions. Yes, we have real human attachments, right? Which can come in the form of unhealthy codependent relationships, right? But in the grand scheme of things, right, which is what I'm here for, you are connected to a cycle. For some people, I hear you are married to a cycle. That does not mean that you are physically married to a person or a situation, but the type of commitment when we think about marrying someone, that is the type of commitment that you have to being in this cycle, because you will not allow yourself to face the truth, right? And so again, this video is about these relationships, certain relationships. I hear for some of you, friendships in particular, right? Y'all hear me say so very, very often, there's no such thing as an associate, okay? I used to be a person to think I would have this, category of, people I don't fuck with, friends, and then there were associates, right? Which in my mind were people who were had proved themselves, let's say it like this, they had proved themselves to be unreliable in some sort of way, right? But at the same time, they were still useful to me in some sense in my life. So I kept them around, right? But now the way I see it, and now the way it is, and now with me tapping more into this warrior, and it's crazy, you know what, as I'm saying this, my mother, who was one of the main people that was used to come against me in a lot of things, recently, like probably, I don't say recently because we really haven't talked, but the last time we talked, for real, out of all the things that I was trying to address and things that was like really of truth and of nature, just like, okay, we gonna do it, let's put it out here, what's up. But as always, there was like this divergent energy to go and want to talk about something else. And so she was like, God led me to watch one of your podcasts, and you were talking about in this podcast, in the past life, you were a warrior. You thought you were like some sort of warrior princess or something like that. And I was like, and your point. And right, and y'all remember I told y'all I came from heavy religion, right? So she immediately starts trying to debunk this and no, and this, and the Bible says, and she started quoting scriptures. And I'm like, well, first of all, what they got to do with what I just asked you to address as far as these childhood traumas and all the lineage and all of that, y'all, we skipped over everything I just said, which was the real problem, to go and attack this one thing. And now that I think about it, in everything in life, with her in particular, but especially with that oppressive energy, because the point of this video is, we were getting caught up in the titles of friendships, but these are just space suits, right? These are just spacesuits. It is the energy that is within. So that was the oppressive energy that was within, that always wanted to attack the gifts that were within me. Right? So I tell y'all the same thing. That when you really think back, when you can think about a thing that you would consider as trauma, or something that may be holding you back, or something that may be now a fear for you as an adult, these were things when you think back as a child and even coming up, however old, they were always attacked, right? Viciously, right? Yeah, we've been attacked in all types of ways, and things have been going on here, there, everywhere. But and my throat chakra, listen, I'm not here for this. Every time I get ready to start recording, simply because people don't want me to say what it is. And it will not be stopped. Okay? So, most of the time, the thing that was the most attacked in your life from a childhood up, those are your most powerful gifts. Okay? I'm putting you on some game right now. Those are your most powerful gifts. The things sometimes that you can be the most insecure about, those places, those are your superpowers, literally. Those are the places that you should invest the most time and energy into, point blank, period. I don't care what it is for you. I don't care how people have tried to devalue it in your life. That is your superpower. That is very much attached to your purpose, okay? So, when I think about it, at the point where we are in now, like in life where I'm recording this video, I had strict instruction coming into 2022, and that was to come in with your shield and not your sword, right? It was like, keep the sword where it is, always where it is. But you come in with your shield, meaning you just let people do what they do. You let God do what God does. You let the universe do what the universe does, because what's happening is these things, these peoples, these energies are being exposed, right? But how are they being exposed? They're being exposed because they're like, one more last hoorah. Let me see if I can get in their mind. Let me see if I can attack. Let me see if I can get them to feeling less about this part of it. You get what I'm saying? So the thing about it is, though, is showing up in that state of familiarity. And people that you know, you cool with, people that you once trusted, people that maybe at some point in life had that sense of control over you, to be able to say something and you move, do, go, change, bend, bow, damn, all of that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So now that you're walking in this new light and in this new power, these people are coming, you know, with this extra audacity and this extra boldness and just extra, you know, intent to destroy and just, but they're still coming in the form of friends, guys. I want you guys to understand this. And it bothers me immensely, right? And I told y'all, here's how I know when it's something that I'm meant to speak on and really address, because if it bothers me, it means I'm meant to be an advocate for it. I have a PhD in minding my business. Okay? So half the things that people are arguing over, arguing about, worried about, thinking about, prioritizing, not even in my crown chakra, nowhere near it. Not on my mind. But when something does capture my attention in that way, and it's just bothersome to see people submitting their life or putting themselves in danger for the sake of, it don't matter. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. And I understand now why, even in some of the past readings, that I've done, I've had to put so much emphasis on when God says, let it go, let it go. Because some of you guys are not doing that. And it's been shown to me very, very clearly. And I'm telling you guys, okay? I'm going to be the one to hold a mirror up to you about the truth of what's happening or what's going to happen. Okay? If you do not let go, these people will pull you down. I do not care what these people are saying to you. The intent behind them being in your life is to destroy only. Only. Let me say that again. I do not care what they are saying to you, okay? Because people come to you with different frequencies to try to put spells on you or to try to get in your mind about certain things, to change your mind, to alter what you feel like is your truth about certain things. And even though, again, you may not be thinking like a criminal in it, like you may not, even suspect these things because you don't move like that. I'm being the voice to tell you that it happens. I am the person that moved like that, right? And people always wanted to call me gullible because I had a good heart. And in this matrix, yeah, that is a such thing, right? Because this matrix is about the darkness. And if you ain't about that, then you are the op. If you about the light, if you about this, you are the op. So anybody around you who is not operating in the same frequency as you, vibrating high, anybody that is still out here in toxic situations voluntarily, anybody out here who is indecisive about their healing, anybody who is out here in lack and poverty mindset, you should be detached from. It's that simple. Oh, but what if they no? Oh, no. And this comes from the warrior within me that someone tried to make me feel does not exist. This is the person that is telling you that it's that crucial, right? I recently did a Queen's boot camp. And I had some ladies to come through. And we were literally just talking about pretty much this same thing as far as the relationships in our lives. And how, we need this certain sense of balance as divine feminines. Because it is our time to step up and step into this nurturer / warrior, energy. Because the divine masculines as a whole, they are going through a rebirth at this time. They are absolutely going through a rebirth at this time, at the beginning of the age of Aquarius. Because, again, notice I said the beginning of the age of Aquarius. If you think that the energies are wild and things are crazy now, honey, it's only going to progress from here. But please take that on both ends of the spectrum. The light is only going to progress from here just as much as the darkness. And understand that it has already been foretold how this is going to end. The light shall prevail. So at this point in time, you have to be very, very strategic about remaining aligned in that light and in that energy. And you cannot do that keeping around you energies and frequencies that do not reflect higher, lighter, brighter, the God within you. I do not care what the nature of the relationship is. That is a 3D realm mannerism. Like, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. And I'm speaking to you in this light because your discernment has already shown you the truth. And I know, I already know how it goes. As you're watching this video, you're gonna have flashes of faces going through your mind right now. It's crazy, and I say this so confidently, y'all, because as I'm talking to you, I see it in my mind. I see it as though I'm you. This is how clearly I've been picking up on y'all's energy at this time. So you're going to have these flashes of faces that your discernment been telling you, and you already know anyway what's going on, what's what, who's who, what to do. And God is just really like, don't let this be the death of you. Because at this point, for some of y'all can't even go through the same cycle again. You can't even put yourself through it again. That dark night of the soul that, and I'm speaking to those of you who are coming out of this, right? You have seen what you need to see. And even y'all, those of y'all that are going in for y'all too. Like I said, for most of y'all, that initiation of that dark night of the soul for you is because of this severed relationship, right? But honey, you've seen the truth. You've seen enough to know that you needed to walk away. And most of you have walked away from something that was a cycle of longevity, right? This was not no, get rich quick type scheme. It wasn't none of that. This was like y'all had put in the work. You had invested some time, energy, love, money, all of that into these people, into this person. But yet and still you had to face the truth of what you were dealing with. So I don't know what's going on right now. I don't know where you are in your journey, what, is triggering you in this moment. And maybe whatever triggered you led you to click on this video. But whatever it is, it's nothing that is meant to trigger you back into the arms of what is trying to destroy you, honey. Hear me loud and clear. Nothing is ever meant to trigger you back into the arms of what was trying to destroy you. And God is saying very clearly to you, as we started the beginning of this video, don't let these friends be the death of you. Because it's not going to be you just being there stuck in the cycle with them. Oh no, baby. You're going to be devoured. And I want you to know that. I want you to know that. For some of you guys, this is really do or die. Do what God is asking you to do. Or die in a system that is not, that that your spirit and your body is not even built for. Because I'm telling you, that is what lowering your frequency does. That is what compromising your energy in any type of way does. I don't care what sake you're saying. I'm telling you guys. And I swear I understand, because I've done it before. I've given myself so many perfect, amazing, beautiful reasons as to why I have to, I need to, I must. It's just what I gotta do. But no, it's not what you have to do. You serve an abundant God. And how dare we ever limit God in the amount of ways that we could effortlessly be given what we need. You get what I'm saying? So why do we feel like we have to take it upon ourselves? And honestly speaking, because it's so effortless to God, it's a huge thing, but it's still so small and effortless to God. When we do try to take on God's job, look how crazy we run ourselves. Even when it come down to these relationships and things like that, some people want to be in this space of, like I was explaining before, being in one extreme or the other. You either just so closed off to the thought of love, like, if it, man, every time I do this, open my heart, blah, 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 happening, blah. Or you just so hurt and you just so broken, it's just like, oh, And then we do all of this and we come up with all of this jargon in our minds as to what we think we need from people and, what types of relationships is going to fulfill that for us. And it's just like, no. And by the time you end up seeing people for who they are, you have a choice to make. And again, the importance of understanding your self-worth, my love. Because here's the thing, we all have this sense of understanding, as far as worth and hierarchy and levels. We have this thought process, right? Prioritizing things, level of importance. But for whatever reason, we do not get taught to put ourselves at the top of the food chain. But your goal and your mission at this time is to do whatever it takes, whatever you got to tell yourself, however you got to view yourself, shift your perception of yourself, to see yourself as beautifully as you are created, to see yourself as valuable and abundant as you are. Because it's like, and for me, one of the biggest things that helped me, I will say, is seeing myself as my inner child or an inner baby, right? Because I love children. Oh my God, I love children. I love children so much. And I invest a lot of time and energy into children, to students. I've had students of all races and ages and everything. Adult students. Like, I love children. I love my students. And each and every one of them, I value and I protect. I value and I protect. If anything were to ever go down, I want you to know that my baby is going to be safe. My babies now, my physical babies, are safe because of decisions that I had to make. So when I view myself in that same way and I see little Terry, I'm going to nurture her. I'm going to tell her every day that she can do this. Every day when I saw my students in class, I spoke life into them. We had moments, quiet moments at the end of each class where we sat, legs crossed, hands up, facing to receive good energy. And I spoke life into them. I told them that they were beautiful, amazing human beings that were worthy of love. I told them that every person that they met were amazing, beautiful individuals that were worthy of love. I told them to be respectful because it feels good. Because you want to be respected. I told them they were smart and intelligent and wonderful creators, musicians, students, friends. I poured that into them every single day because that was important to me. More than whatever curriculum I had to teach in my classes, it was so important to me to speak over my children every day. And when I tell you, my kids, they breathed it in. They took it in more than what I thought they would. Like, I thought they were going to give me like like every time. But when I tell you, they looked forward to it. Because who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? just as much as we want to pour into others. You know, if it's for you, it may not be children for you, but maybe it's just, you know, the fact of being able to help somebody else and make somebody else feel good. Look at yourself like you look at that person. Do whatever it takes to look at yourself in that way. Because you have to. Honor the value that makes you the image of God, okay? Come on. Honor the value that makes you the image of God. And we all trust and believe and see and view and perceive God as this beautiful and, you know, high being, powerful being. And for God to say you as a human being, you were created in God's image. So that means that you were seen as a beautiful, powerful, high vibrational, wise being. So you have to walk that way. And a person who is wise, you don't walk around liars. You don't walk around shady people. You don't walk around messy people. You don't walk around thieves. Why would you ever do that? And not even for the sake of what people gonna think about you, but more or less for the sake of, like, nigga, are you gonna rob me? Like, it's only a matter of time. Because as we've been talking about so diligently here lately, these energies do not discriminate, baby. They don't care who they hop in. So when you keeping these associates around, because if they ain't the person that's meant to be in your life as a friend, as a soulmate of some sort in this lifetime, they are a distraction. And it's crazy how every time I get ready to talk about distraction, stuff like that starts happening. So y'all, it's real. It's a confirmation that these energies that you are trying to hold on to, that God is telling you to let go of, is really distracting you. It's holding you back. And holding you back from what? From all the things that you are on your knees praying to God for. From all the things that you are writing down, manifesting. From all the things that you are putting into the atmosphere. From all the things that you are sowing these seeds of faith into, to say that, you know, you want and you desire and you believe that you can have. That is your life. That's your abundant life. That is your life eternally. So as we stated again, back to the beginning of the video, are you going to let these people be the death of you? Because sometimes the death of your dreams can be the death of you. Not just in a physical death, but even in that way. You got people around you that really don't want to see you win, but will put on enough face to act like they do so you can keep them around. And it's crazy because it's like they do enough stuff to be shysty, so it's like they know you see them. But they just watching how you judge it and what you do and how you act and, you know, where you place it and what you do with them. And I'm telling you, the moment you keep these people around as associates, or you keeping folks around because it's on some longevity type stuff, even though you know these people ain't worth a fill in the blank, it don't matter because they not worth it, then baby, I'm telling you, this is self-sabotage. This is like taking the enemy into your camp. You gotta let that go, and you gotta stop lying to yourself about what it is that you're dealing with, who it is that you're dealing with, what energy you're dealing with. Okay? y'all. And I just want I just really want some of my tribe members to understand and to know that being left behind is a real thing, okay? Yes, it's inevitable that you're going to get to where you need to get. But this is a different time in life. Like, the cycle's moving a little different in this new ascension level that we're in. And it is very possible, simply because, right, and follow me here. If for some reason you do not complete your mission here, your life is terminated. When you reincarnate, you're still going to have to pay whatever karmic debt you did not pay in this lifetime. Now, what form you come back in, how you got to do it, you never know. You never know. But the point is, you're going to keep doing it until you get it right. So for some of y'all, choosing to hang on to this mess or play around and just, tiptoe and in and out, and it's really going to put you in a place to where it's going to, cause you to miss an important cycle shift for you. Okay? I see it almost like that, missing a flight or, missing a train or something like that. It's really about the timing. And just like, a lot of us have experienced in our lifetime, we met people, met soulmates, and you understood, okay, this is the person I'm supposed to meet at this time, but maybe this person wasn't where they were supposed to be, so you guys could not proceed, or, however it worked. Don't be that person, okay? Don't be that person and end up getting stuck back here in hell with all these grimy energies and people, okay? Because I'm telling y'all, at this point, it's less about the people. It's the energy within them that is getting stronger and bolder and more violent and more, and God is like, you just don't want to be stuck with that. You don't have to be stuck in that. And don't be so conditioned to the struggle, to, to that karmic, whatever, that you feel as though this has to be your life or your destiny or the way that your life is supposed to play out. And it's not. God has been telling you that you are meant to live a sweatless life. You're meant to be abundant. You're meant to walk solely in your purpose. All of your energy is meant to be captured, held, used, put towards the fulfillment of your purpose only. However that looks. And whether that's, getting your children, taking care of your children, going, to do whatever it is that you do in your business, owning your business, running your business, whatever that is, but it's not giving to anything that is going to be draining, or anything or anybody that will be mishandling of your energy, of the energy that's given to them. And Spirit is saying very clearly to you, that I don't even have to break it down as much as I am right now. You understand. You have a clear understanding, because whatever it is you learned in this last, cycle that you came out of, it very much activated and taught you how to use your discernment. So Spirit is like, do that. You know what your discernment is telling you about such things. You fill in the blank for you. Make your move. Do what you gotta do. Do what you really gotta do, right? And not in the sense of like, man, I'm telling myself I gotta do this. No. That thing that you avoiding, that really is the simple solution that God is offering to you, that's what you gotta be doing right now. And sometimes the complexity is that it may be less than what you think, or it may be who you thought it wouldn't be, that you gotta be connected to or deal with or whatever. The point being is, you know what it's not. You know who it's not. Please let it go. Okay? Please let it go. Because the sooner you let it go, you make room for what is true. You make room for those types of relationships that you can rest in, that you can abide in, that you can truly trust in. Because these distractions are not it. And these distractions want you to miss that train, right? They want you to miss that flight. They want you to miss that place in the cycle. Just by stopping and talking to them, by answering the phone, by texting back, by responding, by getting mad, by reacting, by not healing. But hell no, we're not doing it. We're not falling for that. We are too protected. We are too, looked after. We are too cheered on. We have done too much to give it up for the sake of nothing. Literally nothing. Darkness, griminess. For self-defeat. Because that's your that's your enemy. If it ain't a true friend, if it ain't somebody who on that same frequency, that's not your friend. It's not your friend, bro. It's not your friend. Period. And God is really like, stop playing with me. Like, this is what I hear God saying. When I tell y'all, my calm demeanor through this video is the opposite of like, kind of like how I'm hearing God's voice in my mind. Like, God is really in the thug mode. Like, bro, I'm sick of you. You keep asking for me to do this and this, but you won't get out of my way. You keep, even God is like fed up. For real, for real. And simply because your table has been prepared. And it's like, if you don't catch the damn flight to get to the table, it ain't nobody's fault but yours. And God thinks so much of you as well that it's like, I don't want to keep watching you devalue my creation by you holding on to these energies, to these people, to this, by submitting your energy to this. Okay? So y'all, do what you gotta do. Do what you really have to do. Do what you feel like is gonna make you feel the most uncomfortable at this time. Because honestly, that's where it is. That's where the unorthodox nature of God lives and is guiding you at this time. And that's where these low vibrational energies are going to try to discourage you from going to and being in. But baby, when you're smart enough and you're given the understanding to know the enemy's plan, their tactic, then you strategize accordingly, or adjust accordingly, as I like to say. Okay? So my love, let the people go. Let those energies go. Love on you. Remind yourself every day of how much you are worthy of love, just how much you are worthy of love and good things and a beautiful life and the easy life and the God, filled life, an abundant life. Because you are and you shall have. God wants to give you that and supply you with that. But you gotta clear the space. Hold the space for only what's meant, okay? Y'all know how the security be for the VIP. It's real strict. If you ain't this person, if you ain't that, you ain't getting in. That's how it is, my love. It has to be that way. And it's not you being mean. That's you being assertive and protecting your energy. And it is absolutely necessary for this stage in your journey. And what stage is that? Whatever stage you're watching this video at, baby. Now is the time. Okay? So you are loved. You have a tribe of people that are waiting for you to see them, for you to shine your light so they can see you. But get that shadiness out of your way. Get that messiness out of the way of your light. Okay? Alright? Y'all go in peace. I love you.